Hi everyone, it's Elise from Kid and Clowder Colouring Classes, and I have a free mini tutorial to share with you today on how to colour eyes with your coloured pencils. I'm using this beautiful image by Hannah Lynn, which I think are really wonderful for skin and hair practice due to the large open spaces and the ability to add in a lot of your own details and contouring, such as through the nose and eye area. This tutorial is actually taken directly from my new Captive Charms colouring classes for markers and pencils that just came out on the 15th of December. So if you'd like to colour the rest of this image with me or view the markers lesson that's available in the bundle as well, please head over to the website for more details. I'll pop the link in the video description below as well, along with the colours I'm using today and a few different brands of pencils. If you're new to colouring and think that these images look intimidating, I always break down my classes to the absolute beginner basics, as you'll see here today, so you can feel confident jumping in no matter how much experience you have. It's all about learning and growing in a safe space for beginners at all levels. So let's go ahead and jump in. So with the black, I'm just going to trace over the lash line. I'm going to extend it down a little bit toward this corner, and then I'm going to trace along the eyelashes here. Now, Hannah's images have very strong lashes already, so we can just go and literally go straight over the top of what she's done there. Some images will not have lashes drawn in. You can always add them if you like at this step. Now, before I do the bottom lash, I'm just grabbing Nectar and I'm just going to do like the little triangle in the corners. And then I'm going to come around the outer edge of that triangle and then back in. Let's do the same on the other side. Now from here, we're going to do the pupil, but I want to leave some highlights. So when we have multiple highlights, this can help direct the gaze of the image. So what I want to do here is I want to take, you can see that the artist has this little black pupil and there's a little bit of white through it. Let's take that as the highlight, but I'm going to make it bigger. So I'm just tracing around it. Then on this side, I'm going to leave a gap and draw like a rough little rectangle. Then between each of them, I'm going to draw my actual pupil. I'm going to make it bigger than what the artist has drawn. I'm imagining if this was circular inside the eye, so I want it to be the same sort of shape as the eye. And I want to make sure that I've left even space all around. And by even space, I know at the bottom there's less, but if you imagine that this was a circle that connected, this would be even the whole way. Now, when we work on coloring up an eye, generally you want the top side edges to be darker as well. This will help to ground the expression down. So if you have that as lighter, it'll look like the eyes are really surprised. And then we try and do like an upside down U shape. So I will do it darker on this side as well. I also come around the outer edge of the eye too. Let's do the same on this side. So remember, we're going to take the highlight that's there, make it bigger, leave a space and do a smaller one on the other side. Fill it in and create that circular pupil. You want it to be roughly the same size as the one you did on the other side. And then do your shading to the sides of the iris. And come along the edge. From here, I'm going to grab dark green and I'm going to color along the edge and around the iris. My next color is a bit of grass green, and I'm just blending out both sides, aiming to leave a pop of white through the center of the iris. And now apple green, same thing, blending out both sides, aiming to leave a pop of white through the center. Grab your white pencil and just come into the remaining highlight, and that'll help you blend. And then for a little extra detail, I grab the dark green and I'm going to do just some really small strokes from the inside extending out. Now, if you struggle with fine lines, start inside the pupil because you give yourself more room to do them. So you don't have to start at the very edge. You can start the whole way back and no one's going to see that. But I just leave a little space between each one so my texture is visible. And your strokes don't need to all be the same length. You can do them slightly different as well, which can look more natural with the texture. And that's the eyes all done. I really hope that you've enjoyed learning with me today. For more on colouring, please check out my website at kitandclowder.com. I have loads of free colour blend charts for markers and pencils, a fully comprehensive colouring FAQs page including tips on getting started, printers, papers and more, and all of my colouring classes, with even some freebies on the homepage for you to try. Make sure you check out our very supportive online community as well, where you can share all of your work with over 30,000 members learning all around the world together. Hope to see you in the classrooms, and thank you so much for watching.